Welcome to Random Ramblings with Emily. For those of you that missed my first episode, this is a podcast that I get to dive into a mix of thoughts, stories, and everything in between. Whether it's the latest trend, personal experiences, or just some fun chat, there's always something interesting to explore, don't you think? We also get the opportunity to recharge from the daily grind, to find a little calming and hectic word, unwind and rejuvenate. Well, let's get started. So, as for those of you that missed the first episode, this is my second episode on Random Ramblings. Yay! Welcome. First of all, I would like to apologize to you guys for the noise on the first episode. It wasn't supposed to be like that. I actually did record at night when I thought it was going to be peaceful and there was going to be less noise. But apparently my house is close to the road in a way. So it's just like cars are passing, trailers are passing, and they are blaring their horns. And it just kind of gets to my room or my apartment one way or the other. Sometimes I'm on calls with people and people are like, are you on the road? Are you going somewhere? I'm like, no, I'm at home. My house is just really close to the road and I don't know how that happens. Even when I'm using a noise cancellation mic, I just don't know. It's just so loud. So even after I work on it, that's why it's even a bit less, because if I didn't actually edit or work on it at all, it would be way worse. But regardless, I apologize. I hope you heard everything I said. Well, let's get on with today's topic. So I am so intrigued. The internet. I feel like when I listened to my first podcast, I was like in awe. Like, oh, you speak so well. And I got a lot of comments, a lot of love from, supporters, friends. And it was really nice and very sweet. But me, I was like, come on, this English is plenty, man. If you know what I mean. Then I was like, okay, let's not do too much. You understand? That's not how we roll yet. Sometimes I'm going to be using slangs, using some wordings, the Nigerian kind of thing. So don't worry, don't get too pissed. You just adapt to the way things are, because it's just supposed to be random stuff. So I'm not coming here to teach you guys how to speak English. I'm just here to communicate to my listeners and just have a good time. Basically just unwind like you're having a conversation with somebody, an actually real conversation. So, like I said, you're going to be getting a lot of slangs. Alright? Fish pie! Anyways, I saw something on the internet. Things be occurring in this country, my nation. Oh my god. I'll just be like, nah, wow. First of all, let's all agree that single people have not had any amount of peace this year, 2024. I promise you guys, before this year ends, I'm going to come into 2025 with my man. No more intimidation from me, because I saw Shaggy Banza. No, talk about the weddings. What people in relationships and marriages have been using our eye to see. It's like they created Instagram for people who are dating or married. We open left, dating. Open right, my man said. We open left, my husband is. They are pressuring us. Do they want to kill us? We've not had any single rest since the beginning of this year. It's time to be corrected by anybody. I will not forgive you guys. Nah, this is the year I must remember. I can't forget, because I saw intimidation. I saw Shaggy Banza. Nah, it was really worth it. No problem. Next year, we're going in stronger. Just know, those of you that are also feeling the way I'm feeling, mark it. This year will be our end of singleness. In Jesus' name. Amen. So shall it be. So now waiting you ask God will do for you. Period. I just wanted to drop that because we needed to hear that the pressure is getting worse now. If you're yet to find that relationship that gives you butterflies, that make your heart tingle, I know people are moving mad. Everybody's moving in one kind of way. It doesn't matter. If people are getting married every weekend, you will find the love of your life. I promise you that. Alright? That being said, I read something. Hey, this internet space is gonna give us up attention. Because I've been burning data since January. And I'll just be surprised. Sometimes I'll hold my chest and be like, people are not gonna kill us. What's this again? What's going on? What's happening? Jesus, if you want to come, just come. What's going on? And well, God is in control. I'm a Christian. I'm a strong believer of God. Whatever religion you hold dear to your heart, it doesn't matter. We're serving God, and that's what matters. Even if it's different pastors, I really do not care, because you are communicating to your God and it's answering of your prayer. So, inshallah, yeah. Well, back to the gist. Okay, so I'm reading these rants out from a page I follow on Instagram, and they said, I'm in deep trouble. I just found out that my boyfriend of 4 years and his male best friend are having sex with each other. What? My head just skipped. Our introduction is in December. Ha! And I just discovered this. God, I am traumatized. His friend has been living with him even before I met him. I have been noticing some weird stuff for about 2 years. I thought it was just a brotherly love thing. I didn't know I was living with another couple. Please help. I don't know who to tell this to. This is too much for me to bear. Jesus! You say what? No, I had to laugh on this one because what? So the way we are all struggling to look for men now, about to marry, I know I'm about to marry is a hey gay. It's not gonna be funny. Nah, it's not gonna be funny. What? I swear I'm dumbfounded. What is she going to do in this kind of... Well, for me, that relationship is over. In fact, thank God I found out before the introduction. I don't care how long we've been dating, but I'm lucky that I didn't get to tie the knot with a gay man. What the heck? Like, how will you be so in love with somebody? No, I was talking to... The person was like, you cannot leave this world, though. I know that there are mental issues, we are traumatized, some people are depressed, and my heart goes to you guys. I'm going to drop something before the end of the podcast to encourage everyone that's going through like a tough time and stuff. But the guy was like, this world is too sweet, oh, how will you die and leave this world? Life is too sweet. The way he was saying it, I was just laughing because he was actually being as honest. He said, I cannot die and leave this world, at least not now. Life is too sweet. I just didn't know what to say because it was just funny. He said it with so much passion. You know when somebody's talking and they're infusing so much character into something, you just find it very funny and you just have to laugh because it's just funny. He said, life is too sweet, oh. I swear I cannot die. I can't live it now. Except maybe God just calls me. But it's not like that. No, you ask from God what you want. I cannot die now. Life is too sweet. And I just keyed into it. I was like, for real? Thinking about it, true. Well, I'm not trying to be judgmental to those that are. But if you're gay, why have a girlfriend? Like, I feel like anything you want to be, have the mindset. If you have the mindset to do certain things, also have the boldness to chest it with your full chest. You know, I'm a lesbian. You don't date guys. Don't mislead people. You know, carrying somebody on for 2 years and even fixing a date for an introduction, that's just absurd. And you know you're into men. Like, if you're gay, be gay with all of your chest. Like, people that are even doing these things, I feel like you're not bold enough. Because the whites, they do these things with their whole of their chest. So a white man is gay and they embrace it. They are not shy, they are not ashamed. They don't apologize. They do their thing and that's it. You like it or not, get the fuck. But yeah, we're trying to copy something that we cannot embody. What's the point? You know you're into men. Why don't you avoid women? You're scared that people are going to talk about you. You're scared that the world's going to know and then there will be a stigma. You know this is Africa and these things are like that, but some people are still doing it and they don't care. So why are you worried about what the general public is thinking if you know that's who you are? Why did you allow this girl to be in a relationship for years and she's just finding out now? Imagine women that have been married to men who are into men. I can't even visualize my husband sleeping with another man because I'm pretty, not to exaggerate, yeah. And let me just say, I'm smart, averagely smart. I have a lovely voice, obviously, and so many other things. That's just like top of the list. I'm smart, I'm industrious, I know how to make money and stuff. And you're going to leave this beautiful woman that you kept, paid bride price, or about to pay bride price, and you're gonna say it's man that is in your eye. Brother, why did you toast me? You should have left me when I was just going with my singleness. And women, I think you guys need to pay a lot of attention to these men, because like I said, she was very observant. That's why she knew. I found out on time. So imagine her getting married to this guy. So she had a hunch that she has just been following up, like, oh, this friendship with this your friend, what's going on, what's happening. So she has been poking her nose to just find out what's the relationship between you and this guy, and that's what led her to this discovery. If not, she would have gotten married to a gay man and probably had kids with him. How are you going to explain to your children that you gave birth to them but you are into men? Well, I'm not to judge. I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm trying to not be biased, being in the middle. So let's meet in the middle because it's just unfair. So imagine you're a guy and your wife is a lesbian. Or okay, your wife to be is a lesbian. And she's so into women. And she has a best friend she has been sleeping with, and you have proposed to her, and you find out, how is that going to make you feel? And you've been providing so much for this day, or you've been so emotionally invested. Let's even leave finances. You've been so emotionally invested to this woman. You love her so much. You want to get married to her. You find out she's into other women. Won't you be angry? It's just normal human feeling. It's unfair because all these years of dating, she said she was traumatized. If I was in her shoes, I would be more than traumatized. It's not gonna sound funny to me because what the heck? Like, you had time, December is introduction. This is November. What does she want to tell her people? Like, if the guy cheated on her and she's breaking up, or she found out like, okay, he has family or something, she's leaving it. There's some things that you can tell your family in the African setting. I know it's an archaic mentality, but there's some things that if you go and tell your parents that I can't marry my husband to be because he cheated on me or because he has a family, they will still reason it that okay, not bad. How do you want to go and tell your people that your husband to be did not do anything, but you can't marry him? Why? Because he's gay. I don't know how that's going to sound, but I really honestly feel bad for her. My heart goes to her. I just feel like she should just pick the pieces of her life. At least she has not said the vows. That's the most grateful thing. You have not proceeded. It's just an introduction. You've not even fixed a date for the wedding. At least you've not gone so far. You're not so invested. Imagine cancelling a wedding because of your husband is gay. Hey, things are costly. I keep saying it. Expensive is a bougie word. Costly. It's a pidgin word. You don't cost. They know they cancel wedding this period. You will marry by force. Even if you are gay, it didn't matter. You're gonna do this marriage and make it work. So that's crazy, but that works. Let me just say, I honestly wish you guys could see my reaction when I read that rant. I was just like in awe. I was shocked and speechless at the same time. Well, I'm not going to go much and say much, but it's just kind of pitiful and it's annoying and it's going to mentally destabilize you. Please, when next you're going to a relationship, ask these questions. It might not seem like much and the person might keep trying to dodge it, but sometimes there's just this peace that comes with being honest. It pays off, because I'm that kind of person to do that kind of thing. I'm dating you, I'm going to ask you, are you single, or you're dating somebody, or you're dating someone and they don't know you are dating the person? Let's be honest. Do you have kids? Are you married? Are you engaged? Let me know. I don't want to be looking like a stupid person. Am I the side chick or the main chick? So I know how to act accordingly. I don't want to be left in the dark. And when you keep trying to find out and they are always asking this thing, jokingly, if you pay attention to the response of your partner, they drop the information you need. So it might sound like a joke. That's something I learned. And I learned it about like 2 years ago. Jokingly, they say, permit me, na inside play, truth they come outside. So when someone is joking with you, not everything is a joke, because if you're not thinking about certain things, you don't say certain things. So it's like your brain is blank and you're just saying, if I had the opportunity, I'll rape you. That's not a joke. Even if you are laughing while saying it, if you had the opportunity, you're going to rape me. You're not joking about it. But it sounds like a joke. Because what would have crossed your mind enough to think about rape? Not even consensual sex or anything. You just went far to say, I will rape you. So I heard that statement from somebody while I was traveling like 2 years ago. And I didn't find it funny. He was laughing and I just spaced him. And I never spoke to the guy again. Because you have the motive. If you didn't think about it that way, why would you use rape? Of all things in this world, of all sentences, of all words you could pick, rape. That was scary as fuck. So I just said, no, nah, I'm not going to do this with this guy. So it's you deciding what you want, looking before you leap, and just, you can never be too careful with these things. I know, maybe you investigated, people, they lie. Child, this is my generation. They lie. Even when some girls lie, my chest will shake. I'll be like, Auntie, fear God. Fear God. Oh, they bear long. I'm Yoruba, by the way. So, like I said, I'm using slangs and some weird things. Auntie, fear God. I don't know how they say it in other languages, but when I know they fear God. Even some men will lie, just be like, oh, cool, take it easy. After they will say the government is not good. We say if we have our own, calm down. This your life can raise up the dead. Small. Well, and regardless, we can't be too careful with these things. Just pray, stay strong, be open-minded, be positive, be careful. At least you're doing your own part. I feel like you've had this positive mindset and just always said a prayer to God. That's why you even found out before your introduction. I've had friends who have lost marriages. They were engaged, even did the introduction, and the marriage didn't go through. So at least you did not get to that point. Do you understand? So I'm really happy for you, and at the same time I am sorry, but you get over it. It will go. Time heals most wounds. It will fly past. It might not seem like much now, but later you'll be grateful that you walked away. It will work together for the good. Alright? So, you guys have heard today's gist. I don't know what you guys think, but whatever you think, you can drop in the comment section. Anyhow she could help herself or heal or feel better, or if you have any opinions on what you think she could do, just let me know, regardless. And earlier at the podcast, I said I was going to drop something for my strong faves to keep you guys going. It's been a crazy year, trust me, for everybody. You get. So I have to encourage you guys, because if I don't encourage you, who will? Okay, by the way, I'm reading this from one of my favorite Instagrammers. uh, someone who loves to like encourage people, like she's a counselor. So it's phonics underscore black. So I got it for my page. So I'm reading this to encourage you guys because she posted it and I just follow her and it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to interpret it in my own way. So if you're struggling to love yourself, I need you to know this. From experience and years of practice as a counselor, that's from my own view, she has come to realize that often we struggle to love ourselves. It's because we believe that there are parts of us that are simply unworthy, undeserving of that love. We look inwards and we only see flaws to pick apart. Like, how can I possibly love me with this big belly and striped arm? I can't possibly love me when my childhood is filled with trauma and pain. There's no way I deserve love when I struggle with anxiety, depression, BDP. I can't even comprehend loving myself when I made so many foolish mistakes. I can't love myself, not when I'm fair enough or dark skinned, not when my face is so rough. I can't love myself. I'm not even smart enough. I can't love myself. I keep letting people take advantage of me. I can't love myself because I'm not always a perfect person. I can't find any love for me when I don't ever do anything. So I know you probably haven't thought of these things in the exact same way, that we all have different mindsets, but that's what you're basically telling yourself every time. Like I was saying, you look at yourself in that your thing, not good enough. And consider it a minus on the scrolling of how lovable you should be. And when you do it often, like I said, you begin to think, what's even there about me to love and love? And that's not true. So you find it difficult to treat yourself with gentleness, to speak to yourself kindly, to choose better friends and partners, to establish firmer boundaries. Rather, you call yourself awful names and sabotage yourself because what is really there about me to treasure and protect? A lot too. Today, she's going to give you the answer. I mean, look at it all over again. I bet if you knew someone who had all the flaws you think you do, you'd shower them with so much warmth. I bet there's probably someone in your life who might even be more flawed and yet you still love them fiercely. So what is it about you really that's so impossible to love? And most importantly, why, my dear? Do you think that you need to be anything to love yourself? Why do you think you need to be perfect to be deserving of love? In this imperfect world, where the basis of our humanity is being fundamentally flawed? Those are real questions you need to be asking. I think I tell you this, it took me a while to realize myself because I was once too deep in the light advanced gallows of self-hate. At some point of my life, it took me understanding that I didn't need to be anything other than what I really was to love myself. That whoever I was at that time, broken, shattered, confused, was still deserving of love because this is the plain truth. Every version of you is deserving of love. On good days, on bad days, the days where you make mistakes, days where you fall, days when your mental health fails you, days where you can't get anything right, every single version of you is worthy of love. And you really need to stop, like really stop. You need to stop scoring yourself like a doll on display who has to have the perfect postures before you can be taken home and loved by a child. You can never hate yourself into being that better version you want to become. You can't hate yourself out of bad decisions, victimhood, anger management issues, anxiety, depression, body dysmorphia, name it. If anything, hate will only make things worse because we never do anything good to the people we hate, do we? We never want anything good from them, and even though we don't realize it, the self-hate will only lead to more bad decisions and gross self-sabotage. So instead, choose the right way. Choose love. And I know it's crazy difficult to suddenly start believing that you deserve it, that you should be loved. It's even harder to start practicing that love, sending it inward. It can be done, and it begins with looking at yourself in the mirror every single day and telling yourself that no matter what you look like right now, no matter the demons you fight, no matter the inadequacies you struggle with every part of you, from a single strand of your hair on your head to that tiny nail on your pinky toes, to the depths of yourself, every single part of you is worthy of the kind of love only you can give it. And it doesn't matter if people have told you otherwise. Are you really going to let them decide for you? Are you really going to let them be the one to tell you you're not supposed to love yourself? That you can't? Hell nah. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't wait to be whole. Start loving yourself as you are right now and continue to do so into life. And the most canny thing, the person that you are now is more than good enough for that love. Too good, in fact. Strats and all. You must know you will spend all your life with you. And it's going to be really sad life if it's not filled with warmth, sunshine, light and kindness. We don't want to be around people who we don't love, do we? Now imagine that people being yourself. Please love you. A kind word today, gentle accountability tomorrow, still discipline next tomorrow. Love you and begin to unlock all the doors to a dazzling world of colorful bliss. Alright, so that's what she said, and that was really amazing. This thread is for regular people who are just trying to live regular lives. So if you're a psychopath criminal, a child molester, an abuser, any kind of person that enjoys deliberately hurting others and has no intention of stopping, it does not apply to you. And I'm not sorry. I said what I said. Period. So I hope this helps you guys get through it all and not think too much. Don't be too worried. Love yourself. You are going to be with yourself forever. Before you even get a partner, get the whole of the policies. My mom used to say, it's the love you have you give to other people. You can't give what you don't have. So if you don't have enough love for yourself, what are you going to give to other people that you meet? So you see why some people can't love other people, because they don't love themselves much. But we are all in this disposable phase where we tell ourselves that, hey, I love myself. I've told you, pick me first. But it's easier said than done. It's not easy to apply or put into practice, but it's easy to say. So think about these things. Put you first. I struggled with this personally. Self-love is not easy, and you are enough. More than enough, in fact. So get that. Always remind yourself that you are enough. And I'm not saying because we just read something to encourage you, you are now gonna be acting some. Please work on yourself. So don't be saying this is how I was born, I'm enough. If you have a bad character, correct it. If you're doing something that's not right, doesn't apply to society, it's not good, you have a bad behavior, you should correct. Maybe you're saucy, you insult people, you're rude. That does not apply to this. You should work on yourself then before you say you're enough. So everybody's a work in progress, which is allowed. So don't be with your bad character and say, they said I am enough, so I don't need to do anything. I like me, this is how I am. No, we're all born the way we are, but we raise ourselves to be better people. And we could always correct some things that it seems like a flaw. I understand. So in terms of character, behavior, I'm not talking about physical appearances. If you don't like it, you can correct it. That's choices. But character is in within. People can't see it. So if there's something you feel like you're doing wrong, this is not a good character to have. Maybe you have anger issues, you fight, you're loud, you're lousy and stuff. It's not a bad thing, but there are times you apply these things. You have to look at your environment. There's sometimes that people will be moving mad. You just have to move mad so that they will know that the fact that you're keeping quiet doesn't mean you're gentle. You're just trying to avoid problems. And when they bring their crazy, you double their own crazy, multiply it by 4 and give them bass boost. But on days where that is not needed, you just have to behave like someone who's safe, you get what I mean. So like I said, thank you guys for staying tuned on this my podcast, Random Ramblings with Emily, and I'm going to see you guys on my next episode. Thank you for listening. Mwah. Bye guys.